Hi, welcome to Microservices Lab. In this lecture, we will be setting up a Spring Boot project for GraphQL. So let us get started. So the first step is to install an IDE. We can go either with the Spring Tool Suite or with the Eclipse. In order to install the Spring Tool Suite, you have to go to the spring.io/tools. And here you can download Spring Tool Suite according to your operating system. Or if you choose Eclipse, you can download it from the eclipse.org/downloads. But I pretty much prefer Spring Tool Suites over the Eclipse, so I will be downloading Spring Tool Suite. So I am using Windows operating system, so I will be selecting Windows here and will be downloading it. I have already downloaded this, so I won't be downloading it again. This is basically a jar file. So after the jar file is downloaded, you have to execute it and have to install the Spring Tool Suite. After installing, you have to open the Spring Tool Suite and it will ask you for selecting a workspace. So here I have selected the Microservices Lab workspace and I will launch it now. So this is Spring Tool Suite. Now the next step is to create a Spring Boot project. We can either use the options provided here in the Spring Tool Suite. We can create a Spring Boot starter project directly here, or we can go to the start.spring.io or the Spring Initializer website in order to create a Spring starter project. So I will be using the Spring Initializer, as in Eclipse we don't have such options. So I will be going to the Spring Initializer website. So this is the official website for Spring Initializer, start.spring.io. Here we can create a Spring Boot project. So I will be using a Maven project and will be using Java as my language, and I will be using the Spring 2.3.1. So let us give some coordinates. For group ID, I will pass com.microservices lab, and for artifact ID I will give it GraphQL. Name can be same, so it's not an issue. Description, just a demo project for GraphQL, and I will be using this as the default packaging name. So com.microserviceslab.graphql is the main package for this application. I will be using the packaging of type jar instead of var, and I will be using Java 11. So I will be selecting the Java 11. Now we have to add some dependencies. In order to add a dependency, we have to click on this button. So the first thing I will be adding is the web module. I will be doing reactive programming, so I will be adding the Spring Reactive Web dependency. So I have added a Spring Reactive Web dependency here. Now I will be adding a few more. Now I will be adding H2 database and in-memory database and Spring Data R2DBC. As I will be doing the reactive programming, so I have to select the R2DBC version of the Spring Data. Now we have added all the dependencies required. Again, we have another dependency that we will be adding later, but now let us generate this project. So we have to click on generate now. The zip file is downloaded. Now let us see it. So here is the zip file. I will extract it. Now I have to import this project in Spring Tool Suite. So I have to open the Spring tool suite again. So here's the Spring tool suite. Now I have to import this project in the Spring tool suite. So I will be selecting File, Import. As we have created a Maven project, so we have to import a Maven project. So we will be clicking on the Maven section and then existing Maven projects. So now I will be browsing the extracted directory. Now I will be browsing that. So it was in the downloads folder. Here I will be selecting this. As you can see, it has detected the pom.xml file. Now we are ready to go. We will be clicking on finish. So now our GraphQL Spring project is imported and all the dependencies have been downloaded. Now the next step is to add the another dependency, that is the GraphQL Java API dependency to the pom.xml file. Now we have to open the pom.xml file. Now we will add a new dependency over here. I will be pasting a new dependency for GraphQL Java API. So basically this is the dependency for GraphQL Java API, which has group ID com.graphql-java, artifact ID GraphQL Java, and I will be using the 15.0 version. Now let us save this file. After saving it, let us right click on the project, select Maven, and let us update the project. After doing this, our GraphQL Java dependencies is added to the Maven dependency section or to the build path. Let us see it. As you can see, here we have GraphQL Java 15.0.jar. So it is successfully fetched from the Maven central repository and now we can use it. So now the last step is to select a GraphQL client. I personally prefer Altair because it is very easy to use. To download Altair, you can visit the site altair.samuel.design and can download Altair from here. After downloading, you can open it and it will basically have a UI like this. And we will be using it throughout our course. So with all this, we are done with the setup. So I hope you will get something from this lecture. Please share and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.